Without any further ado, I think it's about time to get into the next match again. It's Vendetta versus Deception, with the commentary on the field is going to be Wave Punk and Findable Carpet. Take it away, guys.
The day started off exciting with Deception almost upsetting Exodus, and now they have the opportunity to redeem themselves here against Vendetta and take a win. As James said, last time these teams met, Deception knocked Vendetta into the lower bracket, so Vendetta is also going to be out for blood in this one.
When we were following the bracket, that was an upset for us, Deception bringing down Vendetta, because we expected Vendetta. As we know, in Qualifier 2, they came first place, I believe, by the end of league play. They did have one different player, but either way, Torment and Darkfire being the main strikers and passers of that team. I actually am really excited to see Deception prove us all wrong. I have seen these guys play for a long time, and they are playing better than I've ever seen. Superb team plays from all three of those players.
Absolutely.
They were able to keep Exodus mostly on their own half for a lot of the last series. I know I predicted the 3-0 for Exodus, but I was like,
No one expected that.
Prove me wrong.
Especially when you have
Keep
a
going.
team like Exodus that is so aggressive. You would expect them to be able to really transition out very quickly and just keep the ball out of their own half. The fact that Deception kept them trapped, I think, is exactly what kept Deception so actively in it. We'll see if they're able to do the same thing against Vendetta. Vendetta, a team, after I watched them, I went back and did some reviews on their games and stuff. They do struggle with offensive transitions and defensive transitions. We'll see if Deception can punish that one, or if Vendetta will have figured themselves out. Again, last week Deception looked rough. Vendetta looked a bit rough too. They've had a week to improve. Deception did it. Let's see if Vendetta has also made similar changes.
We talked about Darkfire being a big striker, especially in Season 1, but last week, Torment ended up being their #1 striker with 5 goals in a single series.
Corrupted G trying to pressure this one. Put it around into the goal. Fireworks and Corrupted G going to be able to play this one out. Nope, Torment will shut them down. It will be Vendetta in the blue and Deception in the orange here. This game of wonders underway. Lethamir dropping that one in a dangerous spot. Vince has to clear it away. Corrupted and Torment up for this one together. That was going to work out in Corrupted G's favor. Darkfire plays it up to the middle. Fireworks takes a shot, goes just high. Lethamir's touch is going to drop it in a dangerous spot. Torment has not cleared it either. Lethamir has to go up again. He's going to be so dry on boost now. Corrupted G going to be able to play this one out. Back out into the middle. Fireworks takes another shot. Torment just barely gets in the way of that one. Shot after shot coming out for Deception.
Vendetta doing their best to follow up each other's defensive touches. We see people popping it up, then Lethamir following it, putting it to the wall, then Darkfire even following that. But we see the same kind of pressure coming from Deception as we saw against Exodus, and they really are catching teams off guard today.
Cross there. It's a decent spot. Not go in. It's Torment, Lethamir, and Darkfire play this one out. Corrupted's up. Shooting towards the nets. Torment on the back lines. Lethamir actually will clear it from the side. Torment is going to follow this one on the backboard. It's Darkfire in goal as Vince drops it in with the double touch. An excellent play by Vince, and Deception's on the board.
What a showcase from Vince, getting up so fast for this, getting the second touch as well, beating out the defender for Vendetta. But not only that, and then he still had the head to make sure to flip his car upside down, start boosting down to try and catch that ball for the second touch. Incredible play.
Can we just talk about how gorgeous Darkfire's car is?
Oh, I've been on it for too long. I should switch.
Labyrinth decal with the photon wheels. Oh my goodness. That is a gorgeous vehicle. See if it can carry him to victory here as they are looking to respond. They have a nice opportunity. Drew out the goalies, but Corrupted is up. Lethamir takes another shot onto the backboard. Fireworks clears it away. Darkfire watching the touch. He's actually going to fall back and let Torment move up. Torment and Lethamir last week were playing very aggressive, letting Darkfire be that third rotation here. You can see them doing that again. So he's the one who commonly will hang back. Fireworks, though, gets it through the front line. Goes back to Torment in the corner. It's Darkfire watches this one, rotates with Lethamir and lets Lethamir play it out. He's got no challenge right now as Vince and Corrupted both up in the corner. They move back quickly and let Fireworks move up. Back and forth between these two teams, but as we approach halftime, it's Deception with the 1-point lead.
Again, Deception really just taking it to these teams unprepared for them. Last week we saw Vince with 6 assists in his series, being the star passer of his team. And it's looking like so far today, he's just been, he always has an eye out for his teammates. He's looking for somebody to pass it to. He tries not to touch it unless there's a purpose.
Ball in Deception corner. Darkfire gets a nice touch. Torment's up for this one, but cleared away by Vince. Fireworks able to push it over. Try almost got it past the back line. Corrupted gets the dunk over Darkfire, but the ball goes wide and he pinches it around. Vince towards the goal, cleared by Torment. Demo onto Darkfire will buy a little bit of space here for Deception. If they can take a shot now, they do. Fireworks makes the shot. Lethamir was almost there, but it's not going to work. 2-0 Deception.
Gorgeous shot from Fireworks coming from the side, noticing that no one was able to get back in net in time, and he takes the angle, almost gets saved, but just enough speed, just enough placement on that ball.
That demo onto Darkfire, widening out the defensive rotation, giving him an opening to shoot, and giving them a 2-point lead here in game number 1. Fireworks threatening again, dropping this one onto the backboard. Torment almost doesn't get the save as Corrupted tries to muscle it through. The ball up on the wall is 1:40 left to go in this game, and Vendetta still looking for their first points. Fireworks shoots, Torment clears it to the side. It's going to be Lethimer who goes to pick this one up. He's wrapping this around. Vince keeps that pressure on, puts it onto the backboard. Corrupted can't quite get a touch to drop it straight down. That would have been a ridiculous angle. Torment now riding this one around. Fireworks stops it on the wall and lets Vince pick it up as it drops. Moving up high. Fireworks will be the one to follow this first as Corrupted will actually take the shot onto the backboard. Cleared again by Torment. So Lethimer is set up on defense. He wanted to rotate out quickly, but is hanging back right now as Corrupted's going to try and pop it over the top. Nice 50-50. Fireworks takes a shot. Darkfire clears it. Final minute of gameplay. They need to score right now. They drop one towards the box. Corrupted puts it high, but Torment's up. He's made angles like this before, and he pulls it off again. It's a 1-point game.
The striking we saw from him last week still coming out again. Darkfire putting that on target, forcing Corrupted G to make a weak touch. Torment, look at that. Getting underneath the ball, getting his car upside down to make sure he puts that ball across the entire net. Still a whole lot of power to that shot.
When I saw the setup, I was like, that's not in a very good spot. And then I saw Torment was in the air, and I was like, oh, but it's Torment. So there's a very decent chance this is going in. He pulls it off, shoots to the far side, able to get a point on the board. They needed that right then. They have 43 seconds to pull off the tie, the equalizer, and right now they are threatening. Vince gets up onto this one. He touches it slowly, but carries it himself. Excellent boost management there to make sure that he still had enough to be able to push it away. Fireworks plays it back down in the middle. 2 players go up. Here's an opportunity. Can Lethimer drop it? And he does, and we got a tie game.
Those contests getting there for every 50-50, trying their best to just body in the way. Corrupted G and Darkfire meeting there. Vince trying his best, but he went up at the same exact time, and Lethimer getting there just in time to put it into the corner.
Drawing the 2 goalies up was a death sentence on that lead there for Deception as we have a tie game now. 26 seconds. Here comes Corrupted G to drop one in quickly. It's an opportunity they could have scored immediately, taking the lead right back. As Vendetta came roaring back to life. Darkfire waiting this one. Vince tackles. Fireworks is up, but beaten out by Torment. He's got in a dangerous spot. Darkfire playing very aggressively, playing up, as we know he likes to do. Corrupted now. Watching to play this one. It's high. Vince will be moving up, see if he can pass it through the area. Won't go. It's still alive. It hasn't touched the ground yet. Lethimer looking to play it, but it's gonna touch the ground. Overtime again. Game number 1.
As you said, Vendetta seems to have woken up. Deception coming out today, trying to prove everyone wrong. We had predicted that they were gonna have a difficult time in league play today, but man, are they just making us eat our words.
Torment plays it out to the middle. Corrupted is there before any Vendetta players can move in. Fireworks tries to play this one off the wall, but does not get a good touch, and Vince is now going to be able to move up as Darkfire did not pressure that one. It goes into the corner. He's wrapping this one around. Excellent ball control, but taken away by Corrupted G. He's trying to drop this one. Fireworks is watching. Torment and Darkfire and Corrupted all up for this one. Vince takes the shot. He goes behind the goalie, and there's the win for Deception.
Deception, what a display of pressure. Just continuously going for this ball. Torment trying to tap that out, but he put it in the middle. That is a risky touch. He did have Darkfire in the net, but it looked like they were all starved for boost at that point. It's only been 30 seconds since the kickoff. They weren't able to get into all the corners to try and fill their boost gauges up. They were unable to do so, and you just saw him sitting in the net, kind of, deer in the headlights. Not much you can do when you can't boost to the ball.
We saw a similar situation very early on where I think it was Torment and Lethimer were in goal, and they both clear the ball straight up. And after that happened, Lethimer had to go up a 3rd time to clear it that time. And because he, like you said, he had boost in that situation because he had been able to be full and be able to go up twice to hit that one. But this situation, off the kickoff, only has enough to go up for it once. It does not get the clear he's looking for. Vince comes screaming and takes the win there for Deception in game number 1. Game number 2, Vendetta is going to be looking to respond.
They definitely want to come back for blood. But like we said, this is a rematch from last week. These 2 teams played in the upper bracket right before qualifiers, and Deception, as far as we were concerned, we're like, wow, that's a pretty big upset. We know that players on Deception, but I know they hadn't been up to this level yet, and we know the players on Vendetta and what they were able to show last season. And we're like, I wonder what happened. I wonder if Vendetta didn't play well, or if Deception's played off the wall. And like I said, Deception, I'm loving that they're coming out and just being like, who do you guys think we are?
Right.
They're coming out so strong. They're not hesitating at all, and that's one of the biggest things I've noticed. There's zero hesitation for these guys.
Right.
They are at every single ball. They're contesting everything they can. they're not letting anything get out of hand.
And they're taking as many shots as they possibly can. 11 shots in game number 1. These guys are on course to be setting records right now for shots per game with the level of aggression that they are pulling out right now. But we'll be moving on to DFH Stormy. We'll see if Vendetta is able to respond. They need to be able to match the aggression that we've been seeing from Deception. They want to be able to take this series. Really well done by Vendetta to be able to pull off that tie game, force overtime. They were down 2-0 as we hit the final minute, and then they were able to get those last 2 in, but overtime so far has been always in favor of Deception, just playing very well. See if they're able to continue this one. So we've been seeing Vendetta with a bit more pressure here at the beginning of game number 1, or game number 2. Nice drop there from Lethimer, but no one in to finish. Fireworks and Corrupted G will clear this one. Back up to midfield. Fireworks is in the air, but beat out by Torment. Drops it towards Lethimer, but Vince is there. Takes a shot towards the net, cleared by Darkfire, saved away, and we're still scoreless in the first minute.
Lethimer with a pivotal bump on Vince. Vince wanted to go for that second touch. He cleared it all the way above the net, and he really wanted to follow that through. We have seen him do a double touch above the backboard already this series, but it was a very good bump on defense.
Vince drops that one in a dangerous spot. Fireworks is looking. They push it through the pile, and there's the lead for Deception.
Vince just being a powerhouse, just getting in the way. He gets this touch on the backboard, pins it against the wall, and then falls on top of it as they try and clear it. Just muscling his way through that. He's like, I'm a bust, man. I'm just going to come in. I'm going to keep this ball where I want it, and then he puts it in himself.
Can you imagine a city that would use Octanes as buses? All right, we picked up 2 people. We're going to go take them where they got to go. 4:03 left to go, and Deception has the lead. Vendetta looking to score. They have a nice opportunity here, but it will get cleared by Corrupted. A lack of presence. As Torment comes in to try and continue to pressure, but Lethimer puts it into the corner over to Torment. Torment actually falls back and lets Corrupted and Firework move this one up. Darkfire gets a soft touch. I think he was expecting a challenge. That's going to leave it in blue corner. Lethimer watches this one on the wall, again expecting the challenge. Corrupted will just wait for the touch and put it back up. He's going to wait for the opportunity now as he draws out Torment. Lethimer plays it around, but Fireworks setting it up. Vince is in a nice place, but Torment gets there first. Clears it back to mid. Keeps the pressure on as it moves towards the goal. Fireworks clears it away before it could bounce off the backboard. But Lethimer keeping that pressure on. This is some good stuff we're seeing right now from Vendetta, able to push this one through.
Yeah, it's looking like Vendetta wanted to play the safe game when this series started. You know, as we said, and most predictions go, we expected Vendetta to be able to take this game. But now that they're having to take a little bit more risks, look at this passing play. Vince, what a display.
Amazing stuff. Corrupted took a shot onto the backboard, but Torment was ready, able to clear it. Now Darkfire dropping it onto the backboard. Vince up on this wall, gets the Spider-Man. Lethimer keeps that pressure on, but Fireworks straight down middle. Corrupted has an opportunity for a counter. Shoots towards the net, gets to the angle, and that's 2-0 for Deception.
We were on Corrupted's camera. I'm like, is he going to be able to get this? And I go, I see Fireworks put it up a little too far for Corrupted, but look at that. Gets underneath it, gets the backflip to put the power on it. Torment's so unprepared for that. Oh my.
And that was like an Exodus level counterplay coming out here from Deception, just realizing they have an opportunity and slamming that one in, catching them on those defensive rotations, the defensive transition I talked about at the beginning of the series. Vendetta's got to be able to tighten that one up if they want to be able to hold off a team like Deception. It's up on the backboard, coming off, Corrupted G's up, drops another one in, and it's 3-0 right here at halftime.
What an incredible display of skill. He pinches it off his teammate. He goes up for the touch, even though he notices Vince can't get there, but Vince boosts his way to the ground to try and retreat perfectly to the corner. Corrupted G touches it with the kind of side part of his car to slow it down a little bit. He didn't want to hit it too hard because he knew he'd hit above the crossbar. I am loving watching these guys.
Oh man, this the polish on that passing play, on the shot placement. Gorgeous stuff right now coming out from Deception. But I will say I think Vendetta is winning the card game. That Lethimer has that slipstream and purple photons. I am so jealous right now. That is a gorgeous breakout he's driving.
They've made some sweet trades.
They have. A nice drop there as Vince gets the save. Here comes some pressure from Vendetta. Looking for opportunities. Corrupted gets a soft touch. Darkfire drops it back in. Lethimer's not quite there, and they draw out Torment. He was not able to make the shot. An excellent touch from Fireworks, just barely getting that one away as Torment came screaming in. Corrupted now playing this one slow, slowing it down. 150 left to go. They're up by 3. They just got to hold on for the end of the game, and they will have Vendetta on match point. Corrupted tries to play this one off. Darkfire drops it back. Can Lethimer get there? No, it drops down, and another touch from Corrupted G keeps it away from Torment. They're not letting Torment shoot.
They really are not, and they probably knew that coming into this. Torment and Darkfire both can take any angle you give them, and they will put it on target, whether you want it or not. They're doing a great job of shutting it down. But no!
Oh, and the save!
They got there just in time!
Oh, and Corrupted gets it away! That was so close. Just as you were talking about it, Darkfire makes a ridiculous shot onto the net, but blocked away by Fireworks and cleared by Corrupted. The teamwork for Deception coming up strong. Right here as we're approaching this final minute of game number 2. Torment tries to drop another one. Oh, and Lethimer misses the shot, the dunk. He couldn't finish it off, and here comes the counterplay from Deception.
Darkfire actually just had just really good thinking. He touched the ball towards them and then went for boost instead to try and get the counter hit. Gets the counter hit, pops it up towards a teammate, and they again almost put it on target. They are just a little bit inaccurate from time to time, which would have given them, I'd say, probably 2 goals so far if they're able to put just a few more on target.
And Lethimer's making some uncharacteristic whiffs. I've seen him pass it to him a few times, and he's not been able to do what they were hoping he would be able to do with it. Darkfire keeps some pressure on, up onto the backboard. Vince interrupts, but Lethimer can't quite get there before Corrupted G clears it away. 30 seconds left in the game. They're down by 3 at this point. Deception just looking like they've got this one all tied up. Torment trying to carry it. Darkfire with a shot, but Fireworks, such patience there, not falling for any of the plays, the flashy plays that we're seeing Vendetta make there, just waiting patiently, and even after the air dribble pass to shoot, he's able to block it away. Final countdown. Deception's got this one just tied up and packaged up to ship away. They're going to be able to take game number 2 as well. Vendetta is on match point.
Deception. A lot of their defensive plays were clench moments. I will say, they pulled it way too close a lot of times. There were like 6 shots that they just got there in time. But that's what you have to do, and that's what, like, they actually picked up the pace from when I saw them a while ago and how I've seen these players play. They all of a sudden, they're like, we need to just come out guns blazing. They are taking every risk they need to, but they're not making mistakes. There are a lot of defensive touches that are getting just in time, but it's working. I mean, as long as it doesn't go in a net, it really doesn't matter how close the save was, and they're able to rotate out, and it's 3-0 they just beat Vendetta by.
They beat 3-0 on 4 shots. 2 shots from Corrupted, which both went in, 1 shot from Vince that went in, and then 1 shot from Fireworks. That was considerably less than their average, like as we were talking about last game, but 10 shots from Vendetta, none of which finding their home off of amazing defense and maybe some sloppy shooting as well, but just, my goodness, Deception playing out of their minds right now.
10 shots from Vendetta and 7 saves from Deception, which means they were, a lot of those were going into the net, or at least very close to it. When it's in the save, sometime register, even if it's going to hit the post, but those are still scary situations. You don't want to let them bounce off that post or the crossbar, for that matter. I like almost out of words for how to deal with Deception. I'm so happy they're doing this. Like, even though I was so wrong predicting that first game, for sure, I'm glad I didn't have to predict this one, because I think they're going to be wrong yet again.
Right.
But this is what I live for. I love seeing a team be like, you know what? Like, when the fire is underneath certain teams, they really can bring it. And Deception is proving this every single game we've seen them so far today.
No, they have made amazing improvements to their rotations and their teamwork from week 1 to week 2. Right now, they have Vendetta on match point, set to possibly 3-0 them here, unless Vendetta can get the reverse sweep to win this one. Ben's pressuring this one. Fireworks is up. Drops it into the box. Lethimer doesn't get a touch. Darkfire tries to clear, but Corrupted puts it back onto the backboard. 2 defenders up for this one. Vince can't get the touch on it. They made the save. But Fireworks keeps that pressure on. Oh, no, his shot goes a bit high. They drew Darkfire very high. So Lethimer able to shoot that one. Vince clears it back into blue corner. Torment tries to get it past. Gets bumped by Vince. And just aggressive pressure coming out right now from Deception. They've had all the ball control in the first minute.
And you see Darkfire dropping back a little bit, trying to play the safe game. They want to take risks. They want to get up as much as they can, but they've paid for it so far in the series, and they're trying to play smarter.
That was an excellent play by Lethimer, pushing that one up, almost getting the mind game on the goalie. It was slowly rolling towards the goal. Slowly rolling towards the goal. It's a nice tongue twister. But Corrupted G was able to get back, save that one, push it out. And now here comes Vendetta with a nice scoring opportunity. If Lethimer can get a nice shot, can't get it through Corrupted G. Torment tries to push it through. Vince on the wall will play it down. Corrupted bumps Darkfire, buys himself some space, but can't get the turnaround in time. Lethimer is able to push it into the corner. Torment crosses it in front of the goal. Darkfire puts it in. There's that teamwork. Darkfire and Torment going to fit the first one on.
Speaking of teamwork, not only this play, we see Lethimer off the side trying to follow that through. Torment, look at how much he puts that across the net. Doesn't even use the backboard. Still keeps it in front of the net, making it even more difficult. But a second ago, I saw Darkfire was in the opponent's corner, going to retreat. He still had ball cam on, so he wasn't looking backwards, and he hopped up in the air to avoid a teammate. He knew exactly when a teammate was coming, even though he was completely blinded. He had no idea his teammate was coming in. So you can tell these guys have great team plays.
3:34 left to go. Game number 3. And Vendetta with their first lead in the series. They make it 2. Another great play. Lethamer setting Darkfire up this time.
They are coming alive, but we see 2 people go for that defensive touch. Look at that center from Lethamere, putting it off that backboard. Then Darkfire coming in to secure the goal.
With 3:29 left to go, Vendetta, like you said, breathing some life into this series. Not wanting to go down 3-0. With a 2-point lead, this next point is going to be critical. If they can get that 3-0 lead, they will have a very substantial goal score margin to sit on. Darkfire gets it there. It is 3-0, and it's been Darkfire, the hat trick, within a minute.
What a display of passing skills. Darkfire puts up the Torment, who gets underneath it, front flips it just to keep enough height. Darkfire coming to beat out the defender. They've had one of those science experiments where you make a poster board. Like they just showed exactly how great passing plays look.
Right there. Just they have all the evidence they need. Just gotta get their little speech together, and they'll win the Rocket League Science Fair. Darkfire carrying this one across. Lethamer's there. The pass play's coming through again. He gets it across the goal. No one there to quite finish this time, but with 3 minutes left, they're up by 3, and we've been seeing Deception playing so aggressive, and right now, we're seeing Vendetta starting to take ball control from them, get the very quick counter plays, and that has just got Deception on their back heels right now. Even as they try to drop another one in, Darkfire plays it into the corner. They draw them out, get it past Corrupted G. Torment, kind of the 50-50 goes out to the middle. Lethamer puts the 50-50 across again. Now Darkfire up with Corrupted G, waits this one out. He's got to play it away, plays it just right, just over to the side. Fireworks is in though, takes a shot, puts a point on the board, and Deception is going to be trying to cut this lead down.
I believe there was a goalie smack from behind the goal. I want to take a look at this. Corrupted G put that in. Fireworks goes to touch it, and Vince is like, nope.
Nice.
Nope, get out of here. You're not going to save this. Just smashes him right out of net.
No touchy. Just get away from that ball. That ball is going in the goal. 2-point lead now for Vendetta. So they got out to a very quick lead. We're seeing Deception looking to mount the comeback. They put it back out into the middle. Fireworks takes a shot, but Lethamer and Darkfire both in goal. They both come out for that one. It's Corrupted G trying to set that up. There's a nice shot from Fireworks. Torment gets up and into it, clears it away. Lethamer bumps both Vince and Corrupted into the corner. That'll buy some space. Torment might be able to shoot this one. Sends it down middle. Darkfire does not get the redirect, and Fireworks puts it back up to mid. Lethamer's there as Fireworks can't get the touch on the wall. Now Corrupted up high. Darkfire slams it back down. Vince puts it onto the backboard. Very wide game. Players put in lots of space in between each other, letting the ball fly across the field. Vince can't get that touch. It leaves it up to Corrupted, who puts it onto his own backboard. And Torment's up, doesn't get the touch again. That leaves it with Corrupted and Vince both moving out as Fireworks hangs back in goal. 1:40 left to go. Deception's got to be scoring right now if they want to dream of equalizing.
It is going to be tough. Vendetta has woken up. They're playing a little bit safer. They're trying to stay back on defense. They're leaving 1 to 2 people in net. They're trying not to let any silly goals go in, and they're getting some quick counter plays.
Fireworks up for this one, gets it through Torment. Darkfire shoots, Corrupted G saves. Puts it over to the side, Lethamer is there, 1:17 left to go. And Torment trying to press the issue, just not giving Deception any chances to shoot here. Vince puts it out to the middle, Fireworks is there, puts it into the corner, gets it past 2. And Lethamer rotates out of goal. Corrupted G watching this one. Final minute of gameplay in game number 3, and Vendetta with a 2-point lead. Looking set, trying to take this one. Not go quietly into this night, not let it be a 3-0. At least get 1 point on the board. Game number 4 will be a different story if we get there. Darkfire puts it onto the backboard. Vince clears it to the side. Another player from Vendetta was coming screaming in. Going to play this one. Lethamer does not get the touch. Vince has an opportunity, can't get it quite through. Now Lethamer puts it around. 30 seconds remaining. They have to score right now. But Darkfire not even letting it get through that back line. Puts it back onto the backboard. Fireworks puts it into this corner. Contention from Lethamer. Keeps this ball deep in the orange. Every second that passes makes it less likely that it could possibly come back.
Vendetta did not slow down. They did not want to be sitting back on defense for too long. They have just been contesting everything, trying to prevent any passing plays from Deception, and they've been doing a good job. There were a few times I saw them leave their net wide open. They were all in their own corner. The net was open, but they were able to still get all the touches of the ball. They were able to body everything, keep it out of their own half. Vendetta coming alive in game 3, keeping their chances of this series still pertinent.
Yeah, they got a long road ahead of them. They got to win 2 more straight, get the reverse sweep here on Deception if they want to be able to take the series. But this is a good showing to, maybe they got behind those 2 games, figured out what they needed to do differently. And we saw there at the very end, like you said, they didn't change up. They didn't fall back onto defense. They continued to pressure Deception in their own half, which is exactly what gave them the win in the first place. We saw Deception now in 2 different series, about like, 7 games we've watched them in a row now. It's just what they have done to win is just pressure, shot after shot after shot onto the net. They held Deception to just 5 shots, and that's what's going to leave them here with the win here in game number 3. Game number 4, we'll see if Deception can take it.
Yeah, there were significantly less shots from both teams. We only saw 5 shots from Vendetta and 5 shots from Deception. Deception only able to sink the 1 goal in. And only 2 saves, not nearly as defensive as we had seen previously. But it's also because Vendetta's putting up less shots. Vendetta's trying to be a little smarter with their plays. They're waiting for opportunities as opposed to forcing them, which I think they did a little bit too much in the first 2 games, which is what gave Deception an opportunities and holes to find to try and score on them.
Absolutely. And the shots they were making off of those pass plays, like you talked about in the middle, amazingly gorgeous plays that Darkfire put in. He did all the scoring there on the side of Vendetta, getting himself a hat trick. Darkfire, clearly the MVP of game number 3.
Darkfire, James stated it over there, Darkfire and Torment, both those players just striker madness when those guys are on team, and they're on the same exact team, and they just trade back and forth. You know what? You score everything today, and the next day they're like, no, you take it.
They take turns. With game number 4 underway, who are we going to jump on board with first?
We're going to start with Darkfire. I think he came alive a lot in that last game. I think Darkfire has a lot of potential. Almost. Look at these, how they crossed it so far from the corner. Lethamyr almost getting that shot.
Lethamyr had a good opportunity. He just couldn't quite get the angle in. Which will leave us scoreless in the first minute. Torment now looking to get a touch, does not get there. That's going to leave it with Corrupted G and Fireworks in the backfield. They play it up to Vince, who puts it over to the side, gets it around Darkfire. A nice demo into Corrupted G will buy some space here for Vendetta to push out. Lethamyr and Torment moving up as a unit. Torment actually bumps Lethamyr into the corner, which lets Corrupted G push it around. Gets it past Darkfire. He has not been able to get a solid clear off that wall yet after 2 attempts. Vince will bounce that one around, but there's Lethamyr. Excellent offensive rotations, very wide offensive rotations coming through for Vendetta at the moment. Corrupted G plays this one high. Torment was there, but misses. Now it's Darkfire in the corner. Watching this one. Fireworks wins the 50-50. Vince is up, but Lethamyr makes the block and goal. Fireworks plays it back out to the middle, trying to pass it to Corrupted, who moves up but loses the 50-50 with Darkfire, goes back to the middle. Fireworks is there before anyone else from Vendetta could get to it. It's back in the corner. Now pressuring back out. Back and forth between these 2 teams. A minute and a half about gone here, and we're still scoreless.
See both teams with more like 2-man advances as opposed to the 3-man. Take a look at how far back Darkfire has already dropped, getting ready for that clear, which can be good or bad. It definitely gets you ready for defense, but you're not able to get a lot of shots on in a row. You're only going to get the 1-2 shots, and then they're going to get a good clear.
Corrupted G popping that one around. Vince is up, puts it back onto the backboard. Corrupted makes a turn very quickly to try and shoot, but could not quite change his momentum enough, and it goes into the corner. Now Vince is going to be able to beat out Torment, but Torment actually gets a shot, actually gets the touch off of the second touch from Vince there. And now it's up in the corner. Lethamyr popping it around. Vince on the wall, beats out Darkfire up into the corner. Torment will send it to the side, give his teammates time to rotate in behind him. Fireworks keeps that pressure on. Corrupted G bullying goalies, and Vince is able to take the upper shot, get the lead here for Deception.
Saw that coming from Lethamyr's camera. There really wasn't much. He put himself in a bad place. He was up on that back wall waiting for something, and he saw Vince was just beating him to that ball by a pretty large margin. He would have had to pre-jump that. No way he'd know where Vince was going to put it. Vince just slamming it right over him. We see a little more pressure coming out of them. I mentioned that Deception had almost no hesitation when we were seeing them earlier. They seem to be slowing down a little bit, maybe doubting themselves. We see sometimes a few of them going for the same ball, but overall we can see them turn it on here and there, and now they're in the lead.
First goal came 2 minutes in. Now we see Vendetta looking to respond, keep their hopes alive of taking the series. Corrupted, nice pinch on the wall. We'll pop it into blue corner where Lethamyr and Torment are both. Darkfire plays up out of goal. A nice touch from Corrupted. We'll leave it to Fireworks, but he plays it to the far side. Vince falls back. So Darkfire wins that one. They'll be able to put it back out into the middle. Nice presence. There's awareness by Vince to realize where that ball was going to be going. Now Torment's pressuring this one, shoots towards the net, cleared by Fireworks at the last possible second. It's back out in the box, but Vince clearing it across the line. Can't get the second touch. Corrupted also misses, which leaves it with Lethamyr in the corner. Nobody at home on defense. He's just got to put it out in the middle. Lethamyr doesn't get the pass, and that leaves it for Fireworks to push it back out. Such a close opportunity to tie it up, and they miss it.
That was their tying opportunity. Leathermere, all he had to do was tap that out to his teammate. He concentrated a little bit too hard, I believe, on how fast he was going to put that out, because if he hit it too hard, they would have lost the opportunity anyways. So he tried to get the soft touch, but in the end, he didn't even get the touch at all. I'm sure he's quite devastated.
1:40 left to go. And if Deception can hold on to this one, they have an opportunity to score again. It's back on the backboard. They can put another one in. It would all but secure the series win. Vince dropping this one. Oh, just off the crossbar again. Vince's shot placement has been excellent. In both series we've seen them. Torment plays that one off, draws out Fireworks. His Dark Fire puts it over to Leathermere, going for the air passes. Vince is already up. It's dropping towards the net. Torment able to put it high, keep it away. 1:11 left to go. Corrupted G still pressuring Deception with so much ball control, but here comes Vendetta trying to score, tie up the series. They drop it towards the box, but it goes wide off the touch from Torment. Final minute of gameplay. It's all up to Vendetta.
You'll see Vendetta just tapping it back and forth, trying to prevent any clears. Darkfire put it over to the side and let his teammate come in for a center and or shot. Those are usually the kind of opportunities when you don't want to let them gain control. So you just kind of tap it back and forth if you have to, keep it in their half, keep the pressure on them.
Oh, Darkfire. Leathermere has an opportunity to redeem himself, sends it towards the net. The breakaway will tie up the game here with 40 seconds remaining.
This is never how you want to go out with only 40 seconds left when you had the lead. They could have locked down the series, but Leathermere taking his time. I'm sure his teammates were like, you got time, you got time. Don't
mess this one up too. You can do this, man. Able to redeem himself there, get the tie game. They're still in this. Vendetta with an opportunity to force a game 5. They just need one more point. Darkfire setting this one up. Off the backboard has an opportunity to finish it off. Darkfire comes up clutch for Vendetta.
The kickoff goes always somehow just being a menace on some teams. Look at that first touch. So high up there, tried to follow up. I believe that was Vince on the back wall. Then Darkfire getting the second touch, not letting anybody in net predict.
Oh my goodness. Just when it looked like Deception had it all figured out, Vendetta comes roaring back. They've taken the lead. 30 seconds remaining. There's still a chance for Deception to take the win here in game number 4. Avoid that crucial game 5. Corrupted up to Vince. They're looking for that goal, looking for the equalizer. Leathermere playing this one high. Keeps it away all the way up into the orange corner. Vince now. Over the top, 12 seconds remaining as Torment takes a shot. Corrupted just has to play it over the top of his goal. Leathermere with another opportunity. It's rolling, but it gets cleared by Corrupted. They've been really aggressive. If Vince and Corrupted can just keep this one in the air, no, Torment's going to slam it down. Oh, it goes in. It doesn't really matter in the end, but oh my goodness, Vendetta forces game 5.
A magnificent comeback from Vendetta, keeping their heads high. They only had 40 seconds left until they were done, lost. They would have been out, or not out per se, but they would have lost the series against it. This is exactly the rematch I was hoping for. Both these teams are like, you know what? You're not going to prove me right or wrong this time. Both teams trying to get each other's throats right now. Vendetta going from 0-1 to 3-1 in a matter of 40 seconds. Was incredible.
That was insane. Just the way to watch these guys play, the most critical moments. We've seen them do that in 3 games now. One of the games they did end up losing. I think it was game number 1. They were down by 2 and managed to score the 2 immediately and force the overtime, which they did lose in overtime. But that's the 3rd time in this series they've been down in that final minute and managed to take the tie back up and take the lead.
Yeah, and Deception came in this game not caring about the skill of Vendetta. The first 2 games, they just played their game. They were quick, they were fast. There was no hesitation. They're like, we're just going to keep going. But once Vendetta started to pick up the pace, you can tell they're a little intimidated now. They're like, all right, Vendetta can come back. So they're hesitating on a few more touches that they wouldn't have in the first 2 games. There's a couple times where someone on Deception's defense will hit it up, and usually they're going to follow up 1, 2, 3. They're all going to be up underneath it, but that's not happening as much. They're trying to play it a little too safe. They're sitting in their own net, and then Vendetta's coming, and they're just going to start pounding the shots down.
Absolutely. They need to figure out a way to shut down Darkfire, because Darkfire is just completely obliterating them right now, getting them that win in game number 3, and then getting the crucial goal in game number 4 to force game 5, and it all comes down to this right now.
It is tough to shut down Darkfire. As we've seen already, he can put on shots from any angle. He doesn't care. Like, this is going to be tough for most people, but for Darkfire, he doesn't even think about it. It's like second nature.
Vendetta using that cheat-up kickoff. They will almost exclusively go for a cheat-up kickoff. If you watch them closely. 4:50 left to go as they push that one towards the goal. Oh no, Torment's going to actually send that one into his own goal, and Fireworks is going to get credit.
This gives Deception a great starting opportunity. Fireworks pinches that off the sidewall. They try to get a touch. I think it didn't expect such a hard pinch from Fireworks to come out. Usually those roll along the wall in the back corner.
Right.
He tried to save it real quick, thinking he didn't have any time. but ended up putting it in his own head, as you said. Unfortunate situation, but given Deception the lead so early on in this game is going to give them quite a lot of confidence.
So to give them quite a lot of time on the side of Vendetta, though, to come back. Lethimer with a nice opportunity here, cleared by Corrupted, but it doesn't go to the side. Torment gets the shot, and just after he puts the own goal in, he ties the game.
This is what I mean by a little bit of hesitation. This first touch from Corrupted G should have been followed up. Vince didn't go for it because he saw Fireworks. Both just took a little bit too long to make that first jump, and Torment, as we know, is one of the faster players to get up into the air, easily beat out the defenders.
And I feel like Vince and Fireworks, they were right there on top of each other. There was maybe a bit of hesitation also because they weren't sure. They didn't want to both go up. And so once it became clear, it was all too late. Tied up here in the first 30 seconds. Torment with another nice opportunity. Darkfire takes a shot, finds the upper 90, and the lead goes back to this Vendetta.
He did not care that they let up that first goal early on. Lethamir with a great touch over. Torment trying to follow through. Almost. Vince trying to put that out to the side, over to the corner. He had a really rough situation. It was actually a really good touch. But doesn't matter for Vendetta. They can take shots from anywhere.
3 goals in 34 seconds. This game has just been wild very quickly. Corrupted, ball all by himself, plays it high as 3 players converged on him. Darkfire tries to shoot, but Vince dropping this one dangerously in front of the blue goal. Lethimer actually playing this one out, playing very well. He kind of played a bit sluggish in the first few games, but he has heated up a lot here at the end. Corrupted G watching this one. Vince and Fireworks right on top of each other again. Not where they want to be. Fireworks will be able to take this one, push it out to the side, carry it over the top of Lethimer. Darkfire waiting in the corner, will bounce it around. Now Vince pops it out to Corrupted G, who takes a shot towards the net. They drew out the goalie. Can they fall? Darkfire able to get there at the last moment. It was Lethimer actually who gets the final touch and clears it away. Excellent plays there by Vendetta on their back foot.
I cannot believe they actually got to that. It looked like Deception was going to get that goal, but they have to be careful now. They did overcommit a little bit. Now an open net, Darkfire. Vince caught off guard. I think he thought he had a teammate back. Instead of going for the ball, he went for boost in the corner. He could have gotten this touch right here. He could have gotten actually underneath that ball, hit it off his own backboard, and it would have bounced out too far for Darkfire to take the shot. But instead he waited, probably thinking a defender was going to be coming across the net. No one was there, so Darkfire just took it.
Yep, no, I think you're very right. I think Vince thought he had support, didn't realize that he needed to make that touch, that he was the last line of defense, and the counterplay will very quickly give Vendetta a 2-point lead here. As Deception looking to tie it up. Darkfire will clear that one. Gets tangled up with Lethimer on top. Fireworks takes a shot and makes it just a 1-point game immediately.
A poor clear taken advantage of by Fireworks, trying to get this. Darkfire trying to get the second touch, but I think he got bumped on the way up and then bumped again by a teammate. He's probably like, why? Why? What is this?
Yeah. Well, Lethimer
so
being out of goal there made it just easy for Fireworks to shoot. So with 3:21 left to go, it's a 1-point game again. Back and forth between these teams. It's coming down to, I like how we've been seeing some really defensive games, and then we're just having a shootout right now. Both teams really playing very aggressively. Fireworks drops this one over the top, gets it past Torment, over to Corrupted G, who takes the shot, goes just wide of the goal, just off the post. Lethimer watches this one as Vince is up, takes a shot towards the goal. Again, nobody was home on defense. Darkfire now rotates back into goal, realizing they had left that one open. Corrupted will play this one off to the side and then head towards net as Vince challenges on the wall. It's up to Fireworks. He has an opportunity, shoots towards the net, and Vince gets the redirect. It drops just high. Fireworks in the finish, and it's a tie game.
What a magnificent passing play from these players, tying the game up, keeping it alive in this last game. Fireworks out to Vince. Vince went for the shot, but he just hit the crossbar. Fireworks following through to make sure. That was an amazing passing play.
This has been just highlight reel material all over the place for both these teams, playing so well. We're not even at halftime, and it's already 3-3. I think they've scored more goals in this game than they've scored like an entire series at this point. 2:45 left to go. As Vince plays it over the top. Corrupted now up to his upfield teammate. Kind of fakes him out. Torment has to play this one high. Corrupted's up, but Torment gets there. Clears it away. They've got a counterplay opportunity. Fireworks and Vince back on the defense, able to push this one out. Vince wins the 50-50, faking out Lethimer, but Darkfire picks it up, pushes it back into the corner. Tries to play it around. Fireworks hangs back in goal patiently. Now he'll move out. Here comes Deception. Moving up aggressively, looking for that win. They want to take matters into their own hands, but that leaves the goal very wide open. Vince couldn't quite get there. Torment tries to take the shot, but Fireworks blocks it away. Corrupted onto the wall. He and Vince moving up here. Lethimer got it underneath Vince there. Luckily, Fireworks rotated back into goal, or that would have been the lead there for Vendetta.
Both teams, knowing it's tied up, they're trying their best to get both aggressive and defensive. Lethimer going to have to touch this corner. I don't know if he's going to get there just in time.
Vince trying to drop it to Corrupted. It's actually Corrupted who ends up dropping it to Vince, but intercepted by Lethimer into the corner. Gets it past Fireworks, sets it up for Darkfire, who puts it in, and that's the lead back for Vendetta.
This pass from Lethimer, this play goes to Lethimer. He gets the first touch in the corner, then pops up just underneath it, beating out the defender. giving a nice lob for Darkfire. There's no way Darkfire is going to miss that. Giving them the lead, but still almost 2 minutes left.
This is crazy. 1:41 left to go in Game 5 after being down by 2 games. They are poised to take the reverse sweep if they can just hold on to the lead. The shot's coming through for Deception. They don't want this to happen. They want to be able to put it away here in game number 5. 1:30 remaining in regulation. So Lethimer lays this one high. Corrupted G watches it, puts it into the corner. Lethimer gets a nice touch, but oh no, that touch from Vince puts it out to the middle. Luckily, Fireworks got there before Torment could. Darkfire now up to Torment. Nobody back. If Torment can just get the redirect, he shoots, but Corrupted G had rotated in behind him. Got it away. Fireworks is up. Plays it very high. Aerial counterplay coming through for Deception. So Vince drops it to Corrupted D, who takes a shot. It goes wide of the goal. Lethimer patiently waits that one and now turns around, trying to play this one off the wall. Final minute of gameplay. Torment on the back line. Has to clear it away. It's Corrupted G and Vince pressuring this one. Lethimer with a solid clear right down middle. Fireworks has to make that touch to keep it from going in. 45 seconds remaining as Fireworks plays it high. Lethimer over to the side. Corrupted G's there. That's 2 players very upfield for Vendetta as Corrupted G drops this one over to Vince. He shoots towards the goal. It goes off the crossbar. Can he get the touch? He does. He puts it in, and it's a tie game.
There's just a few opportunities where the shooting's a little dodgy, just a little bit to the outside, but right here, Vince, again, just getting it too high, but look at how fast he recovers. Recovery is one of those things.
up.
Yeah, you definitely, it's a very subtle thing you see these top players, but recovery was key right there. He landed perfectly, jumped up. As soon as his 4 wheels hit the ground, he jumped up again for the second touch, tying up the game with only 30 seconds left.
And Vendetta has had so many leads in this game. Deception coming right back into it. 30 seconds remaining. We've been here before, and it's been Vendetta most of the times who's been able to take the leads off of this one with 20 seconds left. They might give us overtime in game 5, but with the aggression these guys play at, it's Torment with ball control in the middle. Dropping it towards the goal. Lethimer puts it in. 13 seconds left. Can Deception come back?
This is just goal madness. We see this great pass across the field, and Lethimer just intercepting it, getting his car around it, and putting it opposite post, just in case there was a defender coming from the back corner. Incredible placement. Both these teams just scoring madness.
13 seconds left. And if Vendetta can hold on, they will reverse sweep Deception here on the first day. 7 seconds remaining. Deception's got to play now. That touch from Lethimer is critical. It goes all the way to the corner. It's in front of the goal, and it goes in. They put in the own goal at the last moment. Vendetta has done it. They have reverse swept Deception.
Vendetta kept their heads on them the entire series, able to come back winning the 3 games. Looks like, I'm assuming they feel a little bit dreadful on Deception. There were like 6 shots where they weren't actually going to get saved. They just hit the post or the crossbar. Just a little bit of the outside. If they can clean that up, they would have had this game by like 3 goals. I'm not kidding. There were like 3 goals that they just missed. They had the opportunity. They had the opening for it. But they had to take it a little bit too quickly. And if they can clean that up, it was just a little bit dodgy here and there. But I'm excited to see them continue on through this. But congratulations, Vendetta, with that reverse sweep.
Amazing, amazing play. Completely changing up the way they were playing the game as the series went on. We saw very, very close, low-scoring games at the beginning, ending with this just all-out, brutal shootout. 10 goals scored in this game number 5 between these 2 teams. Amazing stuff on both sides. And yeah, wow, what a series. What a way to start it off. They have set the bar high right now for NA Rocket League. We'll be passing it back over to the desk where Axel Toss and the boys are waiting. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Wade Pumpkin. Final carpet. What a freaking match. But honestly, I do feel for Deception a little bit. Gosh, man. Just crushing. They're playing so freaking well, but just can't close out matches. I do really quickly want to mention that we are, believe it or not, we're featuring some of your tweets on the screen. So be sure to hashtag RLCS. One of the fun things to do while watching at home is to see if you can get a tweet on broadcast, right? We'll see if these guys can do it. I might tweet at hashtag RLCS, but be sure to take advantage of that. Because we do want to hear what you have to say, believe it or not. But I say we get into that Mobile One High Performance replay because that match was just full of highlights.
Yes, it started out with Vince the Prince right here, coming up, getting that double tap off the backboard.
He came in clutch a lot of these, but just not enough because the response every single time from Vendetta. Look at this shot from Torment, upside down, and then that placement. We saw a little bit of that at Garrett the series beforehand.
But then Carpet said it. Vince just muscled through and forced that in.
He actually had 2 50-50s before that to bring it to that point in the first place. He dominated 4 people, but then the back and forth, and then Corrupted with some of these plays shots, showing he can spin whatever which way.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
We'll be seeing some of his shots, Corrupted's, on the highlight reel. But this play right here, Torment getting that backwards pass to Darkfire, and Darkfire on point all series for Vendetta.
So much back and forth. These guys battled it out. And then this pass coming in. Leth had a missed shot earlier, but redeems himself after he doesn't recover for the goal in time, and then able to put it in. And then Darkfire getting his own touch off that backboard.
But then game 5, back to back, the entire game. Fireworks getting that equalizing goal, but then in the end, that pass from Torment to Lethemir is what got Vendetta that reverse sweep victory. And what a series that was. But Deception, I'm really worried about them because we're now seeing them crumble a little bit under pressure. We saw them have the opportunity in the last series versus Exodus to put one in an overtime to finish off the series. And then this one, they had a 2-game lead. So they're playing very well, but can they just close these series out? We'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be tough, too. I mean, that's demoralizing. You get so close both times. They recognize their mistakes. They came out super strong against a team that we all predicted was going to win yet again. Luckily, I got the predictions right. I didn't think it was going to happen in reverse sweep fashion, but that's difficult to come back against. I mean, it's a team that you're definitely not going to take lightly. But as a team, I'm going to come in and be like, I have a chance to just show that we can come back after one loss, and we got it. So, rough for Deception, really rough.
Surely,
Played really well.
You know, from match 1, we were talking. They were literally one play away from getting that whole series, but couldn't close it. And kind of a similar story in this match number 2. Playing incredibly well against Vendetta, going up 2-0. We're like, all right, it's gonna be a 3-0. No, Vendetta coming back and closing it down. So really tough for Deception, but plenty more league play coming. So hopefully they can make a comeback. But coming up next, guys, on the RLCS Season 2 North American League play, we have Vendetta up again. This time they're gonna be playing against Genesis. Still, plenty more matches coming your way here from the Rocket League Championship Series. We're gonna take a very short break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.